What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilk, and we never finished our Uncharted Battlefield run, and I actually have gone through all of them now, so let's talk about them real quickly. Now, this is going away here in just a couple of hours, so I want to get this out here real fast in case somebody's really trying to get these done, because we're really bad about starting this and not finishing it. So we're going to finish it today. So, Battle 7 is our first electric battle, and for this battle, let's go ahead and go forward here a little bit. The team that I wound up using here was Finn and Ishtar. Not an orthodox team whatsoever, but as you can see, I kind of put some scene cards on them. This team, I mean, it works. It's weird that it works, but it works. And these are just a couple of units that, especially right now with the level 100 update. Now, I did these all before the level, or did this set before the level 100 update dropped. The only one that I didn't finish before the level 100 update dropped was fight number 9. And we'll get to that and we'll talk about that here in a minute. But when it comes to this particular battle, yeah, like, it's kind of a no-brainer, right? And I think Finn's even still level 70. Because I'm at the point right now, like, I'm not ready for level 100, I'll be totally honest. I've got units that are still chilling at level 70 that I can't get up to level 80. So, you know, if it's a matter of getting units up to level 100, for me, I'm going to pick and choose. There's going to be a couple units that are going to be at level 70 still, and even level 60 for quite a bit of time because of all the resources it takes to get up to level 100. For those that don't know, I am predominantly free to play. Like, I have spent money in the game, but I've spent nowhere near as much in this game as I did in Danmemo. So when it comes to, you know, being a little behind in this game, it happens sometimes just because I'm not whaling. I'm absolutely Finn, don't get crushed here, my guy. There we go. That's like, good grief. I don't remember it being on the ragged edge like that, but I often do say that's kind of how I like to run these. So, I remember Finn beating this a little more soundly, but whatever. It is what it is. He's taking care of it there. You know, you can kind of go basically reenact that build if you'd so like. And the whole reason I'm doing this is because if I could beat each one of these with one unit, then most of you out there should have absolutely no problems building a team to take this on. So that's kind of the goal here. So battle number 8, obviously we can't recycle the same units, so I'm using Artemis here. Now, it is cheating a little bit because I did say the goal here was to use non-time limited units. I really don't have much of a choice when it comes to our electric team. Let's just go ahead and look here. I did try Aisha. She couldn't quite pull it out. Now, in reality, she probably would be able to if I'd gotten her up to level 90. But it is what the original run, it just did not work out. So if I got her up to level 90, it would be a thing. But I'll be honest with you, I really feel like the Festabel deserves to be my first level 90 and my first level 100. So I have a really hard time giving Aisha those resources when, in all honesty, more often than not, I'm just going to use Artemis anyway. So this does deviate a little bit from the original goal, but I don't think it's such a deviation that it's just, you know, especially right now where we've got units, you know, we can now have level 100 units. I think it's pretty obvious that that Artemis can handle this situation pretty effectively. But unfortunately, like I said Artemis, Aisha can very effectively handle this particular situation. It's just truly unfortunate that I couldn't pull it out with her, but at the same rate, you know, as you saw there, she's A1. She doesn't really have a lot of upgrades. And I am limited on my resources, so I really just kind of can't justify going that far, especially for level 7. So I did deviate a little bit, and there will be another deviation on this coming up, but we'll talk about that here in just a moment. Now, she's got a minute left, and she's already at this stage. you can kind of surmise at this point that this is going to be a thing, right? Like, Artemis is going to have absolutely no problems soundly handling this. That's another reason why I say why Aisha would be, you know, I won't say an easy win, but she definitely will be able to handle herself. Come on, girl. I need you to take this thing down, okay? And we got 30 seconds, I guess. We'll be all right. But I feel like her damage kind of slowed down a little bit. Oh, but I think I don't have her set to strong enemy. And that is a problem. So that is something we will need to address. But that be what it be. There it goes. He's done. So if I had set her to strong enemy, we'd probably be better off. But nevertheless, that is that. So just for the sake of all things here, I feel like I have to do this now. So I'm going to go ahead and try her with auto settings set to strong enemy priority. So that basically will allow her to do everything she needs to do. So let's go ahead and give her a fair assessment. See how far she gets. Now, we've already beaten this with Artemis. And like I said, I did not find her to be nearly as useful, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it. And yes, I know she's kind of paired with a weird assist. But I'm at the point right now where I've got to be a little bit picky about assists. And I really feel like the Seer assist is going to kind of be the best thing for her. It's weird. It does kind of cut down a little bit on her power, but at the same rate, like, you know, I think it's short-term loss, long-term gain, like I very often say. There we go. Oh man, she is getting beaten up way worse than I remember. All right. Yeah, so she probably would need like a level 90 upgrade. Like the disparity in just endurance alone between her and Artemis. Part of it too is Artemis stays out of the fight. Remember, Artemis is a ranged unit. So, you know, it does make sense at a certain level. But yeah. Yeah, I don't remember her taking this level of damage, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, with her health like that, I don't know. I feel like it's pretty obvious that a level 90 should be able to do her thing. But the amount of damage she's going to take here, yeah, especially like with him just dropping all that fire everywhere, nah. Would be nice, but I just don't think it's a thing, unfortunately. Man, Battle 9, this is where I got hung up before. And I'll be honest with you, with this build, you are so close to a win. Now, part of it too is Hephaestus is only level 70, but I don't think a level 80 on Hephaestus is going to do much. And if you're wondering why, well, number one, Philvis is that darn good that she can handle this. But number two, these defensive units, they get a major attack boost natively in this particular event. So she gets like a big damage boost on top of everything else. She's one of the rare defensive units that I think can absolutely handle themselves in this fight. I did try Otaro much later on for the for that fight, for the win fight. But unfortunately, he didn't pull it out. He's just not on the same level, in my opinion. Artemis, I think, is just a triple threat. She's just really good all the way around. Otaro is very, rugged, but he doesn't seem to produce the damage that Philvis is completely capable of. So while she might not be as tough as Otaro, she's close. And, because notice she's not really taking any damage here. She is, but the shield kind of restores everything anyway. But she's fast enough. She's way faster than Otaro is and produces arguably, if not more damage, just more frequent damage with that speed. So like I said, she's just a great all-rounder. Now here's the big downside. You see she's doing great now, right? But she is taking her time. And that is the one unfortunate side effect of using defensive units. Now there is a genuine argument that maybe at level 90 she would get an extra few seconds out here to do what she needs to do. But I'll be totally honest with you. This is one of those, I had to run this like 4 or 5 times before we actually had a successful run. If another unit that if she was level 90, it would be a no-brainer, right? Um, if she could break this barrier, she'd be way better off. But, you know, she didn't. She was kind of... It was just really bad timing with the assist, unfortunately. Not much I can do about that, though. Now, we're at 30 seconds, and she's got him down to a little more than half health. But, come on, break his barrier, girl. See, every single time, she gets distracted. She's set to strong enemies, so we're good there. But she just needs like an extra 10 to 15 seconds to make this come together. And it is truly unfortunate. I have pulled it out. Like I said, it took 4 or 5 tries to make it happen. If I did have her at level 90, I think it would be a no-brainer. But I've run it several times, and I did eventually luck out. I didn't have to upgrade Hephaestus because I am saving all those materials to get our first level 100. So, as much as, yes, Hephaestus level 80 would help, and I think if Philvis was level 90, it would be a no-brainer. If some of those assist cards were a little bit higher, or scene cards were a little higher, sure. But it did eventually work, and you can kind of tell here, like, oh, let's go back into the event. Uncharted Battlefield there. So I did eventually beat it, but man, it took a while, and we may have just lucked out. So I'll be totally honest here. If you want an honest answer of how to do that, my true and honest answer is Philvis is great, and she does get a boost. If I actually go back out here one more time, you'll see. Let's go back out to Uncharted Battlefield's main. It says it somewhere in here, but anyway, defensive units get a major damage buff, so it is what it is. But nevertheless, let's move on to Battle 10, and let's get Battle 10, 11, and 12 out of the way. Battle 10, here's the team I used, and I don't think anybody's going to doubt this team. This Anya is substantial. She is great. In fact, she beat this soundly on the first try. I never had a question. It was quite nice. So let's go ahead and run through this real fast. And once again, I want to emphasize, being predominantly free to play means I just don't have a lot of the mats and stuff like that you know, whales and whatnot are going to have. So my Anya doesn't have a lot in the ability system. She doesn't have a lot of dupes or anything like that. You know, she's kind of a Spartan build, I hate to say, but it's just the facts. So here we go. Knock him down. And we've got 2 full solid minutes to take down the dragon. And I think that is more than enough time. The only exception here is, you notice he knocks her down. And she is set to strong enemy once again, just because otherwise, if your unit is not set to strong enemy, they will get distracted here. But that break is what we need. That break allows you to basically get a momentary reprieve from him dropping fire all over the arena, number 1. Number 2, you produce extra damage during that duration. So it is what it is. Unfortunately, she is standing in the middle of a pit of fire right now, which is not good for our health. But another break, and she should wear him down pretty quick. Go, girl. Like I said, a pretty sound resolution to this fight. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. I wouldn't call it much of a threat. Shamefully, battle number 11 is here, where once again we deviate from the non-time limited aspect. Now there are a number of great units we have here. This is the one where I said I tried Otarl. I feel like if Ryu was level 90, she probably would be able to do it. But our best win units, well, you know what? Eyes actually might be able to at level 92. More I think about it. My Eyes is down there, lower level, and I used her earlier. So it stinks, but I had to deviate once again from the free-to-play to make this happen. sorry, guys. It just is what it is. Now, if I were to do this over again, if I had a little bit more time and a little bit more resources, I would take Eyes up to level 90. Obviously, a different assist. And I would use Ryu in the prior win fight. That's just how I would do it if I was going to do it over. But I don't have the resources, don't have the time. I wanted to beat this with one unit. So we did slightly deviate once again. But, you know, I hopefully you guys understand the justification for why this is a thing. But Harmonia is great. Like, Harmonia, oh my goodness. I said I was gonna say Bell to be my first level 90, and I still think that is the case because I think he deserves it. But Harmonia is so good. I probably should make her level 90 before Bell. I really probably should, I'll be honest. Let me know in the comments, do you think Bell deserves it? Bell is A0, and Harmonia is Max Limit Broken. So, you let me know who deserves level 90 more. The A0 Bell or the Max Limit Broken Harmonia that's already busted. Comment section is yours, guys. I will do whatever you guys want, just because I am technically on the fence about it. As much as I really do enjoy Bell and want to get Bell as my first level 100, there is the reality that, number one, he didn't come back at the Alfric banner. Number two, Harmonia is Max Limit Broken, so she probably really does deserve it more. There we go. Girl, I need you to actually... Those attacks aren't doing anything. Jeez. Just standing on the other side of the arena doing an AoE attack and not really producing any damage. One of the many infuriating things about the way the AI works in this game. But nevertheless, she knocked him out. So, pretty straightforward stuff. That is the second to last fight. I almost wrapped up the video there. We got to talk about the final fight. Final fight was interesting. Because after everything we'd been through, I was pretty certain this one was going to be kind of a done deal. We were going to have to cheat on this one. But after all the buffs that Leafy has received, she pulled this one out. And if I recollect, because I did run this very, very, very late last night. This is actually attempt number 2 to record this video, if I'm completely honest. Because I was so tired when I recorded this last night. She, if I recollect, handled this soundly. She's another, with all the buffs and everything she's gotten with the way they've treated her character. Honestly, she 100% deserves a level 100 treatment as well. I probably should do the Festus first if I'm totally honest. But I'd argue she's like Festa levels of good. She is so, so good. Get him, girl. There we go. Then she's going to go up here. Take all them out. I mean, she's a little low on health. And honestly, I probably could put Winnie on her to get a little bit more... Winnie. On her to get a little bit more... yes, I did Americanize her name. To get a little bit more HP. Oh, she's low on HP. What is going on? This was not a problem I had on the initial run. Oh, wow. She soundly handled that the first time around. Let's reattempt that real quick. So I do not exaggerate when I say she was a one and done when I first ran this. She beat this with ease the first time I ran this. And the way I always do it before I run one of these videos is I run it 2 or 3 times to make sure it's not a fluke, right? And each and every time, she beat it. I've never seen her lose like that. Doesn't mean that it couldn't have been 3 fluke runs, but I'll take it, frankly. But yeah, I've never seen her lose this one. That's so weird. Probably does need Winnie then, because she's kind of running out on health. Now, if I'm fair here, Winnie really is kind of best when she's run in a group, right? Like, probably would help if we weren't running through poison all the time. Yeah. I think a little HP wouldn't hurt. Also, not running through poison would hurt. Alright, so we are surrounded. Girl. I'm going to ask you to not. Okay. We are once again super low on health. What the heck? Oh, man. Well, she's just not in the mood to do it this morning. But, that said, last night when I ran this, she soundly handled this. And it was not even a threat. So I don't know what's different about this morning's runs. But she did, I said three solid runs last night. And I couldn't tell you why she's fallen on her face today. It's a little embarrassing. But you just have to trust me. She did it. Now, in fairness, too, there's another unit that definitely deserves some upgrades. Just unfortunate that I am lacking a lot of the materials and things that she would need in order to perform those upgrades. And like I said before, Winnie with the HP restore probably would be a better asset than Lily. Also, if she'd stop running through this poison, that'd help out a lot too. So probably if I had Winnie on her, that might be a better solution, because then at least when she, every 30 seconds or so, she's getting a big HP regen, so she'd be able to go into the final fight with just that much more HP. Man. It doesn't help that she keeps running into this last room and she just stands in the middle of the crowd. Like, come on, girl. Alright, actually, no. So she got... It's not too bad. Let's see how this plays out. Third time lucky, right? Girl, get out of the... She is just chilling at ground zero. Girl, get out of there. Yeah. Anyway, let's do one where we put Winnie on her and see what happens. It was the same build. Three wins and then 3 consecutive losses. It's just absurd. Here we go. There it is. She's another one that probably should be at level 80, but in fact, if anybody deserves to be level 80 after all the buffs she's gotten, she really does deserve it. But let's see what happens here. There we go. I don't know. We didn't really need an HP buff right there, but 30 seconds, we'll get another one. Because Leafy is absolutely intent on just standing in pools of poison for some reason. Girl, go around, please. Just go around this time. But she's not going to. She's gonna take the stupid route and go straight through the middle. Yeah, look at all that health. That is... Don't stand in it! Already I see a difference, though. Already I see a difference. So yeah, Winnie is definitely the better assist for her. Don't go stand in it. Don't go stand in it. Oh, come on. At least she didn't just stagnate in a pool of poison. Here we go. Oh, she did it again. Alright, she's going to go in here. She should get all that health back, so that's good news. So... She's way better off than she was the last couple of times. So there you guys go. If you want to replicate this, use the. And once again, I want to emphasize my assist is level 70. If yours is level 80, not only will she produce more HP and give a better buff, but also like all her stats are better. So when you get kind of piggybacks off those stats. 30 seconds though, a little worried about how that's going to play out, but she did just kind of eviscerate the other ones. So 15 seconds, girl, go. Get him. Oh, she's just. Come on. Come on. Come on. She's absolutely just intent not to produce this morning. Anyway, take my word for it. With the old assist, she did it with Winnie. Should be a no-brainer. I just feel like maybe getting Winnie up to level 80 would be a handy thing to do. But nevertheless, we did it. It's not always going to be the most reliable situation, but we did it. Nevertheless, guys, Uncharted Battlefield. We finally got all 12 fights done on video. Sometimes I had to like crank these out in the last minute. Wasn't able to get the videos out. So there you guys go. Like, comment, share. If you guys like the series, we'll continue it on when Uncharted Battlefield inevitably returns, especially now that, you know, these higher level units are incoming. And let me know what you think about those upgrades. Should I maybe save the upgrades for units that we're going to use more reliably here than in other things? I don't know. Sound off in the comments. And I'll see you guys again real soon.